with that Prime. So if you had Amazon Prime or you have the Streamlabs Prime, then you can do a YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and like another one. So you can do multiple platforms all at once.
Yeah.
That's like $12 a month, I think.
I'm okay with that. Even though, like, what about, Mixer? Oh, wait, that's gone.
I don't. Wasn't it fucking Ninja too that like just signed a Mixer and now it's just gone?
But come on, Ronda Rousey signed with Facebook Gaming.
What?
Ronda Rousey, she streams
Facebook game.
Facebook has their own streaming thing now.
There's a lot.
Hello, welcome to Dad Fight.
Hi, everybody.
How long have we been recording?
Hey, this
is like 10
this isn't your other show.
Whatever. Me and Mike are in there.
We don't.
We don't do that other one anymore. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Only special events for that one nowadays, because there's not much sports action stuff to talk about.
What do you mean? Jorge Masvidal just faced the cornhole champion in cornhole on ESPN.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they had a face off and everything.
Everything.
Really? Oh, so good.
So
all right, Dad Fight coming back. Cornhole championship. Be there.
I watch it.
Anyways,
So, what are our topics for the week?
So we're gonna be discussing most. What do we think is the best horror movie ending?
Twist.
Sorry. Twist ending.
Oh,
Same thing, right? Is there one with like a twist in the middle?
Well, you can have a great ending, but it's not like a twist of an ending.
Oh, okay. All right. Best twist.
like one of those endings you think the killer's like twist, like you think he's dead, but then cuts the scene he's alive. You're like, oh, twist.
Most of them you can see coming though, like the whole movie, but there's one in particular. Yeah, I guess we'll talk about later. But
then we're also going to talk about what movie we think is either that everybody thought was terrible, that we think should be reviewed, like should be given a second chance. Like, hey,
It's Battleship. We know this.
like box office failures that are actually pretty good.
once again, I've never seen Battleship.
You're missing out, man.
Aren't you curious nowadays?
Well, no, like,
It's really bad.
I've seen Rihanna take like that big of a blow before.
Wow. You know what? It's not. Everybody goes, "Oh, you want to see Rihanna?" It's not Rihanna. It's everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just her. Everybody is just like.
Wait, is it Liam Neeson?
She shined, dude.
Liam Neeson?
When I tell you Liam Neeson's in this movie for 5 seconds, you can get 5 seconds of Liam Neeson.
What
That's
movie
all
did
you
that? Where they did like a poster and they like had the actor on the poster.
It was Godzilla. Godzilla with what's his name?
Francis.
He was all over the ads and the trailers, and he was 10 minutes in, he's dead.
They did it with Steven Seagal with Executive Decision.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yep, flies out of the plane.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
He's not coming back.
I mean, Kurt Russell's a hero. I didn't sign up for this.
Wait, isn't that
I was thinking about that too. Like,
isn't that also a bad statement now to say Steven Seagal was used as?
Well, that was the time, man. He was hot. He was hot.
Yeah, there was a time when he actually was a legit movie star.
Yeah, so they marketed this movie as that terrorists take over the plane, and then Steven Seagal and his crack team are gonna come in and save the day. And that did not happen. It was still a good movie though. I still like the movie, but it was not how
they're like flying under the plane to it's like a trap door or something, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get in, and then Steven Seagal goes and just gets fucking wiped out and flies away.
Yeah. Oh. He never comes back.
Nope.
Didn't break an arm. Nothing.
He didn't get on the plane. Like they were trying to say.
Yeah.
He didn't even grab somebody's hand and flip it upside down and do this.
Nope. None of
Sounds
that.
like lettuce crunching.
No keto.
Wow. No keto.
Yeah.
He was leading the team, right? And
Yeah.
Kurt Russell was like the new guy or whatever that he was.
And he didn't. No, Kurt Russell was on the plane. I can't remember why, but he didn't have like any training. Like he was just like a regular kind of guy.
Well, those are the best movies when it's like, I have no training, but I'm gonna save the day.
Wasn't John Leguizamo in there too? There was a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, Halle Berry. Like I said, it turned out being a good movie.
Yeah.
It's just not what you think it was.
Yeah.
That was a twist, I guess. That's a twist. Yeah. I didn't expect that.
Not a horror movie, but
Yeah, when I first watched it, I was like, "Oh shit!" There goes Steven Seagal. What's gonna happen now? Yeah, that's a good movie. So if you haven't seen Executive Decision,
typical
watch it.
'90s.
Yeah, cheese. Wasn't as good as Air Force One though. Air Force One.
I think I've seen it like one time.
That's a good movie.
That seemed like that's right in your wheelhouse, man.
Yeah.
That's
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that's Harrison Ford.
It's a good-
at his best.
I mean, I've
Good
never
one-liners.
been a huge Harrison Ford fan.
Really?
Maybe I'm the minority. Like, I don't think he's ever. Okay, obviously Han Solo,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, but
even if you're not, like, it's a good movie by itself.
Yeah, just a good action movie. Gary Oldman. Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, he's just
especially in
good.
fucking True Romance. Gary Oldman's awesome.
He's really good
Yeah.
in True Romance.
I believe
It's a
you.
great movie. Apparently, it's
I don't
no longer
think you would.
available to watch.
Change
No
my
longer
password. You missed your opportunity. No more movies.
Yeah.
Until you watch
It's
it.
the only-
Trying to log in his voodoo like, nope. Just,
He makes a separate voodoo in the password.
That's the only movie out there.
You gotta pass the quiz for True Romance to see if you've really seen it.
80%,
Once you've watched
80%,
it.
you don't get it. Yeah.
Who is tied up in the chair getting interrogated by Christopher Walken?
jeez, I better take notes.
I don't know it was gonna be a test.
Is this gonna be on the final?
I hope they got that on Cliff Notes.
So we're gonna talk about horror movie twist endings.
Yeah.
Movie we think people should give a second chance to. Patton also said movies that didn't age well.
Yeah, but I
Possibly.
mentioned it the other day.
Like one that either that you love that you went back to watch and you're like, oh, he has a controversial probably one.
Oh,
Patton
okay.
has.
Probably.
Can we start with that? Because I don't have anything. What is it? Let's start with that.
Okay, so we'll start with that then. Patton, the movie
Yeah,
that you
bring it
think did not age well.
In recent memory, I'm sure there's lots if I really thought about it, but Fifth Element.
Mm.
Bought it in 4K, fucking on my OLED. I'm expecting it to just look phenomenal. It looked awful. It was just.
When you say didn't age well, you just mean visually.
Visual-
Is that what you're saying?
That was that example. Now, there's a lot of things I can think of. There's another one I can think of too for other reasons, but I guess just visually, Fifth Element was just horrible. Not all the Star Wars movies, look at the CGI, it's all bad. But it was so CGI heavy in Fifth Element. Everything was CGI. The whole taxi part, everything, it just looked horrible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to go back and pay closer attention to that.
I have
One that
seen
I'm
Fifth Element.
worried
Wow.
about that I haven't seen in a while, pretty much since this whole everything's getting upscaled, your TVs have great processors, things along those sorts. And I'm worried about it because I liked it so much was What Dreams May Come.
You're worried about what?
It
not
not
looking
looking
good?
good.
You make a good point. I have not. I love that movie. I've seen it many times, but I have not watched it on like my big ass nice 4K TV. So you're right. It might look like shit.
It may be one of those movies that you're like, oh.
Anybody got like a shitty 22-inch TV I can watch this on?
Yeah, you have a 480i.
Yeah, Xena.
Ooh, I haven't heard that.
Vizio.
Yeah.
I've,
Put it on. Get a CRT.
yeah.
One that looks like it's a dresser.
But yeah, no, that's what I was
Wood
thinking. That's
cabinet,
one that I instantly thought of.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But what made me and Patton talk about that when I was talking about movies that everybody used to think was so good that now everybody either goes or they just don't care about it as much. And I brought up Avatar.
That's what I would. Yeah.
Avatar, everybody it was the best movie ever.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it was more so the experience at the time of seeing it in
It
theaters.
was new and groundbreaking for the
3D,
time.
exactly. But
Well,
now,
Simple, basic plot, though.
And that was also the first time where like CGI was that good.
yeah, and the first time a movie actually went all out since like Beowulf, which failed.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, that was
yeah,
so
that was-
bad.
Naked
Oh,
Angelina
right.
Jolie,
I
Yeah.
like Beowulf.
but
That's-
visually,
That was good.
no.
So is that one of the ones that people should give another chance?
I would say yeah.
But
What
no,
is
like I
it?
said,
Yeah.
when I saw it, I didn't mind it. But would that movie have been any different if they did it all with real actors instead of CGI?
No.
It may have actually looked better.
Yeah, you could have did that with real actors.
There was nothing too crazy minus the end
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
But the rest
Yeah.
of the movie could have been done with actors and a CGI troll and you know what I mean, the dragon, whatever, like all those.
I mean, you couldn't have the main actor doing that because he's, bigger than me. He couldn't be Beowulf, but his voice though, his voice, carried it. So
Yeah.
Who did play Beowulf?
I can't remember. It's like Ray Firestone or something is his name. Winstone. Yeah. He's another character
I
actor.
say his name is Rafe. That's a pretty badass name. Firestone.
What's his name?
Ray Winstone.
Winstone. Okay. Just
That's the guy that voiced.
yeah. That's
Beowulf.
Beowulf. Yeah, he was in The Departed.
That's why they did the CGI.
Yeah, that's what I said. You
Yeah.
couldn't quite have him
He's like a
sleeping
fat Italian
naked on the
guy.
heating table, waiting for Beowulf.
Yeah, he was Mr. French in The Departed.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
good in The Department. Yeah, he was like the enforcer in The
Rango.
Department.
Yeah. He
He's
did Hugo.
Wait,
huh?
but he did motion capture.
Huh?
He didn't mocap.
Bull fucking shit. Maybe his face.
No, he didn't
Then
mocap.
they slimmed it down big time. Well, the camera takes off, 10 pounds.
100.
But no. But when was the last time you saw Beowulf?
It was recent. It was maybe like a year ago. Seriously. And I watched the entire thing, and I remember saying like,
I haven't seen it in a decade.
I don't think I've seen it since it left theaters.
the facial animation's still weird. Anytime they try to do photorealistic with animation, the eyes are always weird. Just like how they did Rogue One.
Yeah.
Remember that? The eyes. It's like, it looks like okay, but as soon as they get to the eyes, it's
There's
like
no
something.
soul.
Yeah, something's off. Same thing with Tron Legacy. It's cool, but as soon as they get to the eyes, it throws me off.
Really? I
Yeah.
never pay attention to that, John.
Yeah.
I'll have to
But
look.
yeah, like that's what we were talking about. Avatar. It's such a big movie that everybody loved, and now everybody's like,
I still really like the movie, but you bring up a good point there too. When I saw it, I saw it in theater. We went to a good theater with good 3D, and it was the first 3D movie that wasn't like gimmicky and
that
hokey.
wasn't just like this part is shot in 3D. No, the whole
Or it just
movie.
didn't do well. Like I remember like there was something coming across leaves or ashes or something like that, and it legit was in my face.
Yeah.
And I had never experienced that from another 3D movie.
Yeah, it was
before.
amazing. But then once you go home, it's not the same atmosphere.
No, it's not the same.
One, when you realize that it's just Dancing with Wolves or Ferngully with blue people, like that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool, and then you realize if the CGI may not be that good now. Like, and it's also going to be one of those things that is the sequels going to live up to the hype.
That's what I'm curious about, because that groundbreak.
Yeah,
What's he doing with these new ones? That's
10
going to
years
take it that next
different.
step.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently the second one is all about like the underwater
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
So like the blue people that live underwater.
Well, it'll be interesting because that movie he wanted to do for like 20 years or
And he
something
wanted
like that.
to do
But he
multiple
never had the technology was never available to do what he wanted to do. So he waited and waited and waited, and then he did Avatar. So you got to think, okay, first time out of the gate, he did that. I mean, nobody can say the technological feats for that movie were amazing.
No,
it's not.
But
like
you
I
gotta
said.
imagine how much did they learn from that movie that they can apply to the second one.
Yes.
And it's been 10 years.
And
But
been
it's one of those
10
things that are people going to care as much?
Yeah.
How many times
And
does James Cameron have to prove he got it, man? Like every time James Cameron get ready to come out with a movie, everybody says the same thing. When Titanic came out, like, oh, they had
That's what
delays,
he
they had
does.
reshoots.
That's
This
what he
movie's
does.
gonna be a dud. Blew up. Same thing with Avatar. It didn't have a big opening, but it just kept going.
Yeah.
Well, I think nobody's gonna question that it won't be visually stunning.
Yeah,
There's
but-
no question. But I always the story gonna be the plot. Is
Yeah, he keeps it
you know.
simple. If you watch his movies, True Lies, I mean, he gives you what you want. I don't have a problem with that. I don't need it to be super deep and dig into this. Give me a engaging yet simple story, but I'm entertained. I'd rather be entertained than maybe I get it, maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just worried that his ass is not going to be able to finish all 5 of these damn movies.
But
How
James
old is
Cameron
he?
will live forever.
How old is he? If he quits trying to dive to the Mariana Trench and shit, and be like
No.
just being super.
He was born in 65.
You got to think too. When Avatar came out, all the records are broke. The Chinese market was not what it is today.
Yes.
So it's going to make a shitload of money overseas that it wasn't able to make before.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I really do hope it is.
I'm sure it'll be good. The question is going to be, is it going to be just overwhelming?
Look, I'm not gonna doubt James Cameron till he puts out a dud. Like his resume is just untouchable in my
He
eyes.
did vouch for Terminator Genesis, though.
Yeah.
Man, he took that paycheck. That's why he didn't direct it. He was like, I'll say I'm a producer, but I'm not the director.
He gave it a stamp of approval, though.
No, he didn't direct it. That was Tim Miller. Like, and it wasn't awful. It was just poorly marketed. But,
It was the 3rd best Terminator movie in my eyes.
I mean, look what he had to try to he
Yeah.
tried.
Sure, that's saying it's the
So-
it's the best peanut in the
Those are the
third.
best.
No, I would
We
say
all
it's
agree,
I would
right?
say it's 4th best.
We all agree that 3 is the worst, right?
Oh
No, actually, 3 is pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, Genesis.
Salvation's probably the worst.
Oh, Genesis is the worst.
I have not seen.
Okay, Genesis
3
is probably the worst.
more than
Salvation
one.
is
I
very
think
close
twice.
to
So
the
you,
worst.
Yeah.
so you saying that you think which one's the worst?
Between Genesis and Salvation. Now, if you don't think of Salvation as a Terminator movie, it's an okay movie. It's a pretty enjoyable movie.
Just say Terminator.
It's like the people that said if you didn't watch Prometheus, you don't think it was an alien movie. It's really good.
So, I mean, I guess for years everybody wanted
I like
to see
Prometheus.
the war, and I guess it gave it to them. So you got to respect that they listened to the fans, and but it just didn't pan out for me. It didn't land like it wanted.
3 was just a little too like Arnold's back, and it got all kind of hokey for me.
It was a little too silly for me. There was
That's
too
why
many
I-
slapstick jokes, and a lot of them weren't landing. That's what turned it off for Terminator Genesis for me. But Terminator 2 is by far the best. We can all agree.
Oh
on
yeah,
that, right?
T2.
I'm not arguing that. And then just regular.
I would say
Terminator.
T1.
Terminator
Then I would
is-
say T3. It's a pretty solid movie. And then I would say the newest one, Afterlife. No, what's the latest one?
With Sarah
see,
Connor
that's
come
what I
back.
said. Poorly marketed. We can't even think of the name.
But I would say that one's probably my third favorite.
Yeah, that
newest one.
You
The
know what's
newest
wrong?
one is your
It's
third
good.
favorite?
It's good.
You know the
What's
problem
the
with
newest
all those movies? They never got John Connor right. Other than T2. Every single one of those movies messed up John Connor. The third one, that wasn't John Connor.
Yeah.
It didn't match what he did in T2.
Yeah.
And the fourth one, Christian Bale was great, but that's not John Connor.
Yeah.
I say, if you don't see it as a Terminator movie,
Right.
it's not bad.
John Connor. And then the fifth
He
one,
played Apocalyptic Batman.
the fifth one when they turned him into the Terminator, I just remember watching that like, nah.
You didn't watch it like
Nah.
you didn't just do that,
Yeah,
did
they-
you? Like
Just turn off the TV.
just like, nope. Unplug the TV.
Turn it back on. You're like, man.
Like I like the actor that they got to play John Connor in that one.
Yeah,
I
but-
just didn't
yeah.
like what they did to John
Right,
Connor
it
in
wasn't
that
John
one.
Connor. And then the last one, they just blow his brains out
Dude,
before he starts.
that was a little upsetting to me because it was like all this time you're told John Connor is the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
He will always be the
To
key.
save the
And then
world,
then the
yeah.
new one comes out and they're just like, poof, yeah, you're dead.
Don't care about your key.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Salvation. Is that it?
No, it's
No, that's the
Salvation
fourth
was.
one. What is the last one called?
I don't remember.
I thought it was like Afterlife or.
Afterlife. It's
Is it Genesis? No.
No.
Not Genesis.
I don't
Dark
know.
Fate.
Dark Fate. Dark Fate.
Yeah.
What an awful name.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Terrible name.
Terrible
But
name.
they're trying to start a new trilogy.
Well, no, they said it.
They're not going to be able to do
They
it.
did
They
so
make
bad
money.
that no.
Yeah, they're done. No more
Yeah.
Terminator movies.
Yeah.
Just
For a
stop.
moment.
Just stop.
For a moment.
Just
No,
stop.
just done.
And
They're always
don't
gonna
put,
come
and you don't put Arnold in them. Just, it's okay.
What? No.
I mean, you can't. Especially if you wait. They're going to roll 80-year-old Arnold.
Just
out there.
reboot
What do you
the whole
mean?
series.
They just did Battle. We just talked
Then they
Battle.
try to do
Oh,
it.
they're going to CGI. But they're already CGI.
No,
did.
that's
Yes.
not. I wouldn't call that a reboot.
They're trying to
that-
restart a new franchise.
Because that is supposed to like,
Continue off of the second one.
yeah, it wipes everything else out. So technically, that's your trilogy right there. Is T2, T1, T2, and then Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
That's supposed to be your trilogy. Now.
How do you guys feel about movies doing that now?
What?
Retconning like Halloween did. Like they literally retcon like 37 movies. They're like Halloween 1, Halloween this,
As long as you give me a complete movie, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Don't
if it's
just
a good
leave
movie.
a half-ass cliffhanger at the
Yeah.
end for the sake of having another movie.
Hey.
Give me a complete movie, and
Like
I'm
how-
okay with
I
it.
love the Rob Zombie Halloweens. Like I
Well,
think those
no,
are good.
I really
Great.
liked the last one. I'm a little upset that they announced right afterwards there's 2 sequels. It's like, why the fuck? So
Because now you know it's...
so this next movie is pointless. Literally the second one.
Well, no.
But I mean, there's no real stakes. Like, if you think, like, this is it, maybe they'll actually finally kill off Mike Myers. Maybe, him and Jamie Lee Curtis will kill each other off, and that's the end of it.
They just have
Cool.
to change the formula. So they can't give you that complete... From, like every other movie's
Yeah.
been where, he's dead at the end, or is he not dead?
Yeah.
So you can't have that at the end, but you can make it a different way.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that if you know, like, this is the end of all Michael Myers. Well.
Until next time.
Well, there's 2 of them, so you gotta wait a little bit longer. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool.
I like it. You know what else they're talking about retconning?
What?
Star Wars.
Oh, yeah?
Because that shit was awful. Last Jedi, awful.
Well, you got.
Well, if it was successful, they would do it because there's too much money.
No, they're
I'd
really
say-
talking about it. This isn't like I'm making stuff up. They're really
I don't remember
talking
how
about.
much Disney paid,
$4
So-
billion.
and have they made their money?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I would
that
sure they have.
In merchandise alone, I guarantee they
You
did.
would think, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, no, but like, okay, they have the movie rights, but does Lucas still have a lot of the
Oh,
a
Disney.
lot of the other
I'm
shit.
pretty sure he gets royalties, but
But no,
I
like,
know
Disney owns
wanted
everything.
the merchandise.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they wanted.
Disney
Disney
does.
Just Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, 275 to make, 1.4 or 1.7 bill, 1.07. Just from that one.
I mean, it's not that they're not making money in Star Wars, but how much money should that
And
have made?
Disney has, like,
That's
the
the
video
thing.
game
It's not
rights,
how much it didn't make.
like, all of
How
it.
much did
Yeah.
they think it was going to make? And I guarantee you, they thought that was going to make 3
Yeah.
times as much as that.
6.6.
Well, let's say twice as much.
It's
Not
going back to Avatar, an
But-
unknown story could do $2 billion.
Yeah, this you're talking about
The
wrapping
massive
up
flowers.
the biggest movie franchise of all time.
It's just one of those weird things that, one, when episode 7, I really thought they played it too safe.
and that was the best one.
But then when The Last Jedi came out and they wanted to do different things, it was like, whoa, you're playing it too not safe. And then,
Yeah.
Hey, then you
Well,
overcorrected.
it didn't help that like 6 came out, or not 6, 7 came out, and you have the one director, and then 8 came out, different director, and then 9 comes out, and then you get the director from the first one. And so like there's different conflicting views because the director for the second one even said like he took that movie in a completely different route than
Yeah,
J.J.
J.J.
Abrams was gonna
Abrams.
do.
so it's one of those weird things that, yes, like, I don't know, I feel like they're retconning everything. Like, I really miss when they had original IPs.
Oh yeah.
Like, Disney has no original IPs anymore.
no.
All they're doing is saying, what old movie do you want?
Yeah,
Live action.
everybody's doing that. Like I can't tell you the last time I saw a movie coming out and I'm like, wow, that looks like something like a new idea, you know, or something I've never seen. Even if it's like something close to another movie, like that happens a lot. But I haven't been wowed by an original idea.
There's just the really obscure ones, like Jojo Rabbit.
Mm.
Who thought a comedy with Hitler in it would be good?
Yeah.
Well,
Still waiting for Tenet. I think that's that next, like, mind-bending original idea.
But a lot of
Yeah,
like
for-
Nolan's non-Batman movies are always like, you know what I mean? They make you go, oh, okay, that's weird. Like, he does different things.
Yeah.
But most other like big studios, though, all they want to do is the same thing. They want to rehash Terminator. They want to rehash Alien.
Because it's safer in there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
they,
safer
they are
investment.
they are safer. They've got brand recognition with them already. You know. Yeah.
And then, like, with Disney, when Lion King came out, it was like, wow, they played it too safe. They didn't change anything.
Yeah.
Okay, but then Mulan, trailers. Oh my god, like, Alyssa says she does not probably want to see it
Because there's
they're
no singing.
Well, because there's no, it's not a musical.
It doesn't have that.
The love interest is gone. They completely changed the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but everybody complained that all these other movies aren't changed enough.
I respect somebody more for taking that leap and trying something new.
No,
versus
exactly.
More of the same. But it's lose-lose.
Yes.
Either it's too similar or it's too different.
Well, that's the line you have to walk when you remake a movie.
Well, when you change it from
Well,
fake to
when
live,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Like you're not gonna please everybody because, like you said, somebody, oh, it's changed too much, oh, it's not enough, or you just, you know, have people who are super creative, pay them, you know, and make new ideas.
All right. While we're on this subject, real quick, what do you guys think about them releasing Mulan on Disney?
I'm not surprised at all. I
Well, we were talking about it 2 weeks ago, where we were saying they will not do that because of the Chinese market.
Yeah,
I didn't
they
think that
put
was the case. They have so much money they have to get. They have invested. They have to get a return on their investment. They can't wait. Plus, they're gonna make more money releasing it digitally than they will having to
Yeah,
pay
because
for
they're
all.
charging you $30
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
watch
say they
it.
put that little
Yeah.
stipulation in there. So.
All it means is it'll be on streaming servers that day.
What I tell you,
Yeah,
once
well,
it's in the streets, everybody got it.
Yeah, I can
So-
buy it on the corner.
Exactly. So, ain't nobody paying $30. I mean,
More
some
than
people
once.
will. Some people will, but it's not gonna. It's not gonna be what they think it's gonna be. It's not gonna recoup their money.
We were talking about this yesterday a little bit, me and Jimmy, where that Trolls, the second one, actually made more money than Trolls 1 just by being on video on demand.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they will make more money on the digital release than they would have been in the theater.
I forgot what it
I don't
I
think
would-
Mulan. I don't think that's gonna be the case with Mulan
Yeah.
because it'll be such a large market.
I would want to see a breakdown of Trolls and how they made more money on digital.
I forgot
don't
what it
buy
was,
it. I don't buy it.
They did make a lot. I mean, $20 a pop.
So, made more in 3 weeks on demand than Trolls did in 5 months in theaters.
Yeah.
$100 million.
And the reason is so you got to think of it. The overhead and all the royalty
I was
fees.
saying, they were charging people
Remember,
just $20
that's
for
one of the
rent.
biggest thing. Like they only get like 30% or so back from the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got to
That's
remember
all of their money.
the convenience factor. Like how many people like, oh, I can see this movie. I don't have to leave my house. We love going to the theater, but like a lot of people love the convenience of having it in their homes. They're
Because
gonna rent it.
if that's true, then the movie theaters.
Yeah, right here. Well, this
they're
figure
done.
is smaller than the 153 million that Trolls made collective at Doxma. So that's what Trolls 1 made.
Yeah.
And the
because-
whole time.
Well, what's the ramifications of Mulan being a great success on streaming? That means that
Disney
Theaters
will,
are
yeah,
fucked.
Disney will
fucked.
never put another movie in theaters.
Right, they're gonna be like, oh, this business model works great, and
Yeah.
less overhead, and we ain't gotta worry about this. It's just like
We get to keep all of the money.
So now the service will be you pay us to have access to buy the movie. You're paying Disney Plus access to be able to buy the movie. You're paying them $8 a month or 12 or however you got it.
Yeah.
Then you can pay them to have the movie.
Yep.
I think it partially is also affected by what type of movie. So when you have a movie like Trolls, for instance, right? Your kids fucking love that movie. You're gonna rent it. You're gonna buy it because that kid wants to see it 5 times a day, every day. Same thing with like maybe like Mulan, things like that. But let's say Tenet, for example.
Yeah.
That might be one of those movies. Like we haven't seen it. Maybe we go watch it and be like, man, I'm really glad I went and saw that movie. But it's one of those movies you maybe don't really necessarily want to watch again. You know how that happens sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not
Sometimes
gonna
you see
rent,
a
you know what I
movie,
mean?
all the twists are gone, and you're like,
There's no point
wow.
watching it again. It was
Alright.
enjoyable, but
Right. Yeah.
Unless it's one of those ones that you may have to watch it just a second time.
Right. So you
Which
can
we'll touch more on
because maybe
those.
you missed stuff or something. Yeah.
We'll touch more on those.
But
Pat,
when
but,
it's just
like when you first saw,
entertainment, when it's entertainment barf, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna watch it over and over. But
yeah, like when you first saw Inception in theaters, you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude, like I have to see this again just to try to pick out the nuances, see if I notice this,
Yeah.
see if I can tell what actually happened.
yeah.
But like you said, like Trolls, Octavia've watched it. The first one 3 million times probably.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So you're gonna either rent it over and over, or you're gonna buy it, and play it over and over. So that type of movie makes sense. I would really be interested to see what a big high budget, really anticipated film that would be released in theater that's more geared towards adults, stuff like that.
So hypothetically, like a Fast and the Furious. Do you think that, or would you think that would do
Possible, man.
gangbuster?
If like I said, this is a tester. I think everybody's
Yeah.
really going to be waiting to see what Mulan does. And if the number comes out and they're positive, you're going to see more studios just going to be like, you know what? Because what's going to stop them from doing that with Black Widow if Mulan's a success?
Do you think that they would hold it for their big ones, like hypothetically the Star Wars, the Marvels? Do you think like the big Marvels, not like the
I
filler
think-
ones, like the Avengers? Like that's only theaters. You have to go to theaters to experience that. But the Incredible Hulk 2, hypothetically, like that will be a video on demand one.
If you can't get people back in theaters, if you can only do 20% capacity, if people don't want to go to the theaters, and I got a 75-inch TV at home, I got a Dolby Atmos speaker system at home, I'm not gonna lie, I would be one of those people that if I can watch it at home, I'll just stream it and watch it at home.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me personally.
Yeah.
I like going to the movies, but I'm saying I can easily see a lot of scenarios like, man, it's snowing, shit. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
and you don't
stream.
want to
Exactly.
pay $18 for a bag of gummy bears. You know what
Right,
I mean?
and
Like,
I'm just gonna stream this bad
Like-
boy, and I'm gonna get pretty good quality.
Well, I saw like to try to rake up some money. MJR started selling popcorn you can buy it now. You could go on DoorDash and order popcorn from MJR and get it delivered to your house for like $72. But then
Instead of
imagine
like 40 cents, I put like a,
yeah.
one of my movies.
Imagine in
Yeah,
Novi, they actually made it a drive-in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
On
actually
the
go
side
to
of the building.
you can actually go to
yeah.
Imagine Theater in Novi and see drive-ins there. So they're one of the theaters that they actually, because all theaters have a wall or something along those lines that they could put theater on, and so they're doing that to try to make up some money.
Pat, you're probably the biggest movie goer of us all. What say you? Because I know you love going to the theater. That's your shit.
give it to me on demand the day it comes out. If it's good enough, like Tenet, I will still pay money to see it in theaters.
No, and that's what Z and I said. There are some movies that I
rather
won't
see
watch
it
at home because I want to see it in the theater.
Because I will watch a movie over and over. I mean, I do it too much.
And like, yeah, I got a big TV, I got a great sound system, it's still not the same as a fucking 8-story
I agree.
screen.
I agree.
Well, and
I
just-
100% agree.
And just the nuance of just being in there, not having the kids, not having the dog.
Yeah, you get out
not
of the
having
house,
nothing,
you
just
know,
having
there's-
just the theater.
Right.
Unless you're with somebody terrible. Like I used to have one ex-girlfriend that was like, "Hey, look at this," and then she's like, and then I'm like, "Bitch,
Bitch! Watch this movie!
Or like something happens, she's like, "Oh, I'm like, bitch."
Just
Once
real quick.
again, an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, the most embarrassing thing, I wouldn't even say girlfriend, girl I was dating. We were watching Mission Impossible 3, and like Tom Cruise on there and like doing this shit. She was like, "I'll fuck Tom Cruise." I was like, "Oh my god."
Wow.
Sure,
Can't take
was your
your
first
ass
date?
nowhere. Yes, first
No way,
yeah,
first date.
No,
I'd fuck Tom
Like,
Cruise.
like,
The way he said it just loud.
opposite Wrong audience.
Oh man.
Nice.
Well, like Alyssa, like if we're watching Aquaman, Jason Momoa shows up shirtless. She goes, so you know what I mean? But that's
Yeah,
about
but
it.
that's fine. She's like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
but she stand up and be like, I'd fuck that guy.
Let me see that dick.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yep, my fucking day's ruined.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah, back to, it's gonna be interesting. All the the digital releases. I mean, I think some movies are gonna do really well, and I think others aren't gonna do so well. I don't know about Milan, but I have a feeling I think it's gonna do poorly. Not just because digital release. I think it's just gonna be a poor movie.
Yeah.
You don't think people are just chomping at the bit for a new movie? It's like, oh, give me anything.
Yeah,
anything,
maybe,
anything.
but I think.
I don't think Milan's that movie.
I mean, it's gonna make
Yeah.
money, etc. But I think it's gonna come back and be
What's the budget?
poorly reviewed. And I think
Oh,
it's not.
it's-
I don't think it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be.
mean, it's Disney. It's probably got
it's
all the
huge.
money.
And I
It's a big
don't. I don't think it's gonna.
200 mil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think
All
it's
the money.
gonna make what nearly they hope, and I think the IMDb score is gonna be not so great.
What do you mean? Audience ratings.
What are they judging, the poster?
Yeah, right.
2,500 people. All right, let's try this.
What is one? Yeah, what are they? Let's look at one.
Time travelers.
Right? Where is it?
All right, let's see. I'm happy.
And
to
they're
see.
long.
Did that person say, "I'm so happy to see Disney culturally appropriate something"?
Yeah, yeah. I'm mad because it's the 4th time they've delayed this movie.
So they're just reviewing like the.
It's
what's
It's
happening.
still not out yet.
Yeah.
What's out?
Personally, Disney said the new adaptation. All right. Oh, this person's mad. It is more historical accurate, released in 2009.
With the
That's
talking
profit off
dragon?
nostalgia. I'm
Yeah.
not.
That was totally accurate.
The dragons used to talk.
Eddie Murphy is very
Yeah.
totally historical actor.
Wait, hold on. Supporting Hong Kong police for oppressing, even abusing local young ones to voice the hoping social justice. It is very disappointing. This is also the only and one reason I quit watching this movie. What do you mean? What?
Wait, what? Okay. I think they're talking about first
I
one.
don't know. I can't write much about this movie. I've never seen
This is why-
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? You can't write much.
Excuse my English as I rate this novel.
So you can tell these are just people who are. So look at some of them. Like when were they written? Like
A month ago,
peak of
4 months
quarantine,
ago.
people got nothing else to do. They're like, I'm just gonna fucking write some shit down.
You really
Like
screwed
Dan
up.
there with Yelp
Yeah.
reviews.
See, this is like something Alyssa would. First, you get rid of Mulan's love interest. Now you replace Mushu.
With
Oh
some
my
old
God.
bitch.
You really screwed up this time, Disney.
You done fucked up, Aaron.
Fucked up,
Can we just do this
I'm
now?
gonna mail you some packages,
Can we
Disney.
haven't came out yet and see reviews.
We can, apparently.
Let's see Black Widow.
Let's review Tenet. That shit was backwards.
Oh God.
Yes.
It's got 1,500 reviews.
You gotta love the
Hey,
internet. Got
It's
you.
better reviewed than Milan.
I know.
Yeah.
No, it's 2.5.
No, you went back- you went
you're
back
back
up.
on
Yeah,
Milan.
yeah.
sorry.
but,
4.8.
yeah,
Okay.
that's almost perfect. See?
Damn.
Wonder Woman 2. That said, doesn't mean better than Black Widow. What, 4.8 it's gotta be?
Nothing.
Oh,
Nobody's
see,
reviewing
there's
it.
no buzz,
Guys,
no
it's a chance.
buzz at all.
Let's see.
Let's write the first review.
You just gotta just write first.
Let's see. Let's see. Tenet. 4.8, 145.
145.
Spoiler? How is there spoilers?
I watched this movie in a
Special
special screening. Okay, don't read it. Don't read it. Because if he actually
That is
has.
fucking lie. You know, special
But-
screening during
so-
COVID.
So back to the twist
Yes.
ending. So I have 3
Okay.
that I would like to discuss. But
What is yours? What did you think?
so
is-
I have 3. So I'm gonna. I don't want to take in case it's.
Let's all just say one. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Descent
Okay.
because there's a couple of endings,
Which
but the
en-
one
yeah,
people
which
know
ending?
that the one that people know the most is. If you first off, have all of you seen the
Yes.
Descent?
Great
Okay.
Yes, great movie.
Real probably one of the best. Make you feel claustrophobic,
Yep.
like you're in the stuck in that shit movie.
Way
I've
better
ever
than The
seen.
Cave.
Yeah. So
The movie
spends
that
all
we
that
ripped
time
off
fighting
Descent.
monsters and just like crazy death and shit and the claustrophobia and like you're gonna die 2 miles underground from monsters and blah blah blah. Then fights and fights and fights and gets out. And then flashback. It was just a delusion. She's still stuck in the fucking cave and never made it out.
Yeah, that really.
They make you think she got out and then you go right back.
All right, James. Do you have one? Patton, wait, that's why I kind of skipped.
Let Patton go. Let
All
Patton
right,
what do you got?
go right ahead.
Sixth Sense has to be one of the most
Okay.
shocking reveals that nobody saw coming. It was before Shyamalan had his Shyamalan twist.
I'll wait
It was
for
the one
Mike
that
to talk
made it.
about. I know what you're gonna talk
I'm not
about.
saying nothing.
I know what you're.
But also, real quick, that is the one of the few movies that made you need. I gotta see that movie again.
Yeah.
I guarantee somebody was talking to Bruce Willis. I gotta see it again. You had to spend money to watch it again. Just
yeah, to go through all the nuances of
See how
figuring
accurate
out
it
like
Yeah.
because you convince yourself that it
the
was
mom
impossible
talked to
because
him. You didn't realize he doesn't change his outfit. You never see him from the back. All these different things that you're like,
Right.
wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
One that got me, the original Saw.
Yeah.
At the end, when he stood up, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those ones that just make you go like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching it, me and my buddy waited a long time to see it. We saw it at Home Mall, they had the Dollar Show. We went to go see it for $1. So it was already out for like 3-4 months. Didn't know anything about it. So that was like before the internet was huge.
Yeah.
And we were just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was good. You got one, Mike?
The others, the Nicole Kidman movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good one. That one got me.
I
That one kind of messed with my head for a bit because I thought about like, man, what if he was a ghost? As the people moved in your house, and you think they the ghosts? That would fuck with you.
Thought you were gonna say The Village. I mean.
No, I said
I'm saving that for my top 10 list.
What do you
One
got,
that-
Emo?
So I'll see what one that like really got me was actually like Scream 4, the newer one, when you find out that it's actually her cousin that's the new killer.
Yeah.
It caught me. It legit caught me by surprise because I wasn't expecting it to be her. And when it comes out, you're just like, huh, okay.
Yeah,
And it's
I
all like the whole reason is just because like she was jealous because like her cousin was the famous one. She's like, nah, I'm gonna be famous now.
Oh,
Like,
I
Okay,
got it.
I got
Yeah,
you.
I remember.
Okay.
I like Scream 4. It wasn't.
It wasn't terrible.
It was
It wasn't
good.
terrible.
It was good. It was kind of a return to the
Yeah.
close to the first one.
I guess Scream 1 had a pretty good twist too.
Yeah. When it first happened, there was
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one that I liked was Mama.
that
I
yeah,
have not
Mama.
seen that. Is
dude,
that
this
Guillermo
movie-
del
I've seen
Toro?
it, yeah.
I need to see that.
Not
I need.
seen
To,
that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what.
This
happened,
movie
but
is
I need to see it.
so fun.
Like the premise of that, and you're like, wait, what?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck, have you seen it?
No. I haven't
Okay,
seen
I'm
it.
not gonna. I'm not
So me and
gonna.
Zia are the only ones
So
that
we
have
got
seen this movie.
6.2 though.
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
You seen it? Okay. So
But like
Mike and
that
Zia
whole
are the-
premise, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Dude, that end of that movie, I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I'll check it out. So, another one for me, Cabin in the Woods. Like, did not see that coming in at all.
First
That
time I
whole
saw it.
movie, that whole movie was a
yeah.
twist. Because
Yeah.
the previews did so good of you just going and
It's
just
a
thinking
horror
like
movie,
it's
yeah,
just
like, yeah.
a straight horror movie.
Yeah.
I actually
then
liked
you-
it the first time I saw it because of that. It just kind of threw
Is
me
it what you
off.
weren't
Yeah,
expecting it? Yeah.
yeah. But watching it again, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
one.
really like it.
Gonna be pretty good.
What's your third one?
Third one, The Mist.
Okay.
The struggle through the whole movie, and then just boom, everyone's dead.
I hate that
he
movie.
kills
I hate
them,
that movie,
and
but I
seconds the
love
army
that
shows
ending.
up.
Yeah, I hate that movie, but I love that ending.
Ooh, The Orphan.
Yeah, that's
Never
a.
seen that.
I've never
Oh
seen
my
it.
god.
I've never seen
That
it.
movie's twist makes you go like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like,
It literally gives you the fucking chill. You're just like, ugh.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
So you haven't seen it? Okay.
No.
Oh, but that one just fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, yep.
Don't Hang Up. Never seen
Didn't
it.
see it.
Sleepy Hollow. Goodnight Mommy. Us. The Us ending.
I haven't seen Us yet.
Yeah,
I've
that
not
one.
seen Us.
That one, you gotta stretch your imagination a little bit, but it was pretty creepy.
The Boy. I never seen that.
Because it goes back to that first scene, and you're like, what the fuck
Terrifying.
are you showing me?
Oh, the others.
Yep, the others.
Yeah.
Uninvited. Skeleton Key. Never seen
Ooh,
that.
no, you haven't. Hold on, stop. Y'all haven't seen the Skeleton Key?
I
Nobody?
haven't.
I think
okay.
I think
That
I've
is
seen
good. That is a really good scary movie. Like that one gets you. It goes to like New Orleans voodoo kind of stuff.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I have seen that one.
Yeah,
I have seen it, yeah.
That is good, right?
That one's fucked. Yeah,
the
you're
end,
right.
you're like, oh shit.
That shit gets, that shit gets
6.5.
I remember this movie.
Yeah.
I've not seen that.
No, that
The
shit
forgot
got
about
Orphan
that,
was
but
pretty
right.
messed up too.
I didn't see it.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Not knowing. Not
That
knowing.
one- that one
I
aged
still haven't
well.
seen the remake.
But
Remake
the-
good too.
but
That's
the-
pretty good.
I heard it's
It's
really
so much
good.
better than the first
But
one.
the original, just the end, not knowing who
Yeah.
was the actual thing.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh.
I just like Kurt
Pet
Russell.
Cemetery was always good. The Visit, Orphan.
How many orphans
City-
are there?
just one,
There's
just one.
Orphan and
Secret
Orphanage.
Secret Window. I love Secret Window.
It's okay.
I went to the movies to see it. It was
Yeah.
alright.
I'm not a huge
I like
fan.
it.
The ending
I
is
like
one of those ones that kind of make you go, okay. like you're like, I guess.
Man.
Oh, I like it.
Silence of the Lamb.
What's the twist in Silence of the Lamb?
He's out there.
He's still alive.
and hunting.
He's just out about.
The Mist.
Yeah.
If any killer.
10
horror
Cloverfield
movie.
Lane. I've never actually seen that.
The
one.
only I've only ever seen Cloverfield.
It's a good movie. I wish they didn't
That is
show
sad,
yeah.
Cloverfield in that.
And
So,
Saw.
yeah, so, yeah.
So,
Nice.
no, GameSpot. Let's see theirs.
Same.
Carnival of Soul, The Descent, High
Ooh, High Tension's good.
Yeah, it is.
Goodnight Mommy. That just looks messed up again. Don't
Don't
breathe.
Breathe.
That was good.
Dude, that.
Until he had
Do
to.
you, yeah, till you
Basement.
see what in his basement.
It was so out there. They just took that one out of there. I mean, it would have been a great movie.
Yeah, there's
Psycho.
Sixth Sense.
The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man. That was such a disappointment.
Never
the,
saw that.
The
The
one
remake.
with Nick Cage.
Well, the one that really made me upset about the remake, minus the bees, was how they made it look like the original was so, like, did it work? Did it not? This one, they had the ending with, here's Dave Franco, and then, like, you're like, oh, so it didn't work. Like, so that was just pointless. Like, the original one gave you that, did it work, did it not work? And I feel like for horror movies, that's always better. Like, the not knowing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree
Like,
with
if
that.
they just give you everything, like, and then they lived happily ever after, you're like, that makes sense.
I like
You know,
that. Or I
actually-
love horror movies where like they all die. Like nobody survives.
Yeah.
Like
It's just a sad story. Actually, one that, if you think about it, is phenomenally twisted. Not like weird, but is I just had it.
Wow. I love that movie.
yeah.
Split.
Okay.
Because you have no idea, you didn't know that it was going to be a tie-in to Unbreakable.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and Glass.
I
all
did.
that.
I watched too many reviews.
Oh, I see. I had no idea. Like
See, he goes in blank.
I like to go in completely blind to
Yeah.
movies. I don't want to know anything. But like, everyone is freaked out. Like, what? You know, it's gonna be the,
But then,
part of that.
But then how much of a letdown Glass was.
Yeah,
It's
I was
a-
so excited for that movie too.
Well, so I think because
Ooh.
they left it open
So-
to be able to pick up on now that the shit is out, right? The cat's out of the bag for people with extraordinary abilities.
So we will not touch this week. What about that? The biggest letdown. Biggest movie that you were like, dude, this is gonna be the best, and you're just like, fucking blue balled.
Bruce Willis in two of them.
Didn't we do this on the
Well,
first
one of the Die
episode?
Yep.
Maybe. Maybe the trailers are letdown.
Oh, okay. All right.
But an actual movie that you actually watch the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
You went in thinking one thing and then just.
Which one is that for you, Mike? It's not a Good Day to Die Hard. The one after that, right?
No, Live Free and Die Hard is good.
Yeah, so
Live Free and Die Hard is
A Good Day to Die
good.
Hard was the one with Jai Courtney.
Yeah,
which was,
that was just like, what?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not John McClane.
Live Free,
this
Die
is
Hard.
not Die Hard. This shit never happened.
Well, like you're in a whole other country, like you being an American cop. I don't think it's gonna fly over in Russia. Be blowing shit up.
I wanted one of them Men in Black flashes after that movie. Out of my
Get
brain.
that out of my brain. Like,
All right. Any other huge twists before we move on?
Can't think of horror movies.
nah, not that I could think.
Yeah, nothing that just like shocked me.
Like I said,
The
like,
others shocked me. That was like the only one I could think of. I was like, I never saw that comedy.
Watch Orphan and watch Momo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both-
Especially
Parasite.
Mama.
Yeah.
Especially
What's
Mama.
Parasite?
Mama is fucking.
Now we'll talk a little bit about what movie should somebody give a second chance that's not Battleship.
Not Battleship.
If you're talking like box office bombs or
Box office
critically,
bomb,
like
movies that went straight,
bad
maybe
movies.
movie that went straight to video, movies that every time you talk to somebody, even if they haven't seen it, they're like, ugh. Once again, Battleship. I'm.
I got one. Box office bomb, but it was Annihilation.
Okay.
Great fucking movie. And you guys seen Annihilation with
That's one with Natalie Portman.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oscar
yeah.
Isaac. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
a fan.
It made like $30 million, and
I
his
have-
budget was like
Me and Alyssa wanted to see it, but we just
Like
never
the
did.
visual,
see it,
the
Mike?
visuals
Yeah,
were like
yeah.
the
Okay,
visuals were
it's
cool.
a love hate. There's no
So,
middle with this.
I would like to
Yeah.
hear why. So I again love hate. When it was coming out, I was super hyped for it, and when I was watching it, I'm like, yeah, this is so fucking cool. It's kind of fresh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the whole sci-fi thing, and then the ending just didn't fulfill me like I wanted it to.
Yeah.
It's not a bad ending,
No.
but it just like there's all this movie. I get the ending that they delivered, and it's like it's kind of like having a shitty dessert after a nice dinner. You know what I mean? You remember that?
Yeah, I think it was so weird. I'm just gonna like it. Anything that just
Yeah.
goes out there, I tend to like it. Even if, and I agree with you, the ending was a little flat. Like it didn't just
Yeah.
tie up all the knots. But I think that was kind of part of it. Is they didn't want
It
to tie
can-
up all the knots. They want to leave it to interpretation. They want you
Yeah.
talking about it afterwards. But it just the part with the bear.
Where it's screaming,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
screaming. Yeah, I don't
Man.
get creeped very much in movies, but I get that
That-
creep me out.
Damn.
The intestines moving, like they're videotaping
Yeah.
it. Like I mean,
Well, the bear was pretty much just a Wendigo.
What?
You know what a Wendigo is?
No.
It's in the lore. It's like Bigfoot and all that.
It's a
but
shapeshifter, essentially.
So
It's
Wendigo looks
it's
like
a,
a-
it's a Native American shapeshifter.
Yes, I do know. what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
and what it does is it-
Super, supernatural, bro.
It has the same face as the bear did, like it's just the open skull,
Yeah.
but it yells like the voice of people
Well, it can.
killed.
The big
Yeah.
thing it does is it mimic voices. So
Yeah.
like, if it's a dog that got hurt, it'll sound like a
Yeah.
dog getting
Okay.
hurt.
Yeah.
If you're their friend,
It'll
hear
sound
your
like
voice.
a girl yelling, "Help! I'm
Yeah.
hurt!" You know,
Yeah,
and
that's
but
what it yells.
that's how it lures you in, and then it kills you. You know.
So if I'm a Native American and I do my spirit walk and I see one of those,
You get fucked.
Yeah.
I'm good. Nah, I like the movie.
Like that's a
That's a
kind of
good
a draw. You know, it's got the
Yeah,
skull face.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like the bear did, and it did the exact same thing.
I
So
can make a whole movie on that.
yeah, there's a couple games and stuff about it, but oh, you know, you bring up a really good point.
Yeah.
Why have we not had a very well developed, high budget Bigfoot movie?
Harry and Henderson's.
No. Well developed. Giant cartoon smile.
I love
I
that.
do.
movie.
I love
That
that
movie
movie.
is classic.
I do love that movie.
Love
But
it.
you know what I mean? Like,
You
you
know,
think about it. Why
John
hasn't it happened?
Lithgow is gonna see this and be like, "You son of a bitch."
He's like, we've been sitting on that
What?
script, like, wait. Guys, it could be our chance. But you know what I mean? Like, you
Just
you
a
think,
true. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
do that. Like some people go to the woods hunting for Bigfoot.
or even like they did with
Ooh, it could be like
Krampus.
a horror one where you find him, but he's fucking murdered.
Yeah,
he's
he's
just ripping
Oh,
it
yeah,
apart.
yeah.
Well, there's all the
Brutal.
different things like. We're talking crypto bros.
Well, I mean, and, like,
Alright,
like
alright.
SCPs. You know what I mean?
Well, no,
That's,
like
you
like
know.
with the Bigfoot, like there's lots of different just breakdowns. Like they've done Yeti before, which is a kind of. But how are they gonna do it? Like there's some that they break down that the reason nobody sees Bigfoot is all the underground tunnels, and that's where they just kind of live through there. But it'd be hard to actually do it unless they did like. Oh, what do you mean? Strange Wilderness.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my!
What?
Have you never seen?
Oh my god!
Never heard of it.
Watch it. Justin Long in it.
Yeah.
And the people that go to find Bigfoot,
Uh-huh.
to take video of him, and it's just fucking dumb as
Yeah,
hell. Have you
it's
seen
a
it?
shit show.
Just the huh? No, he said, I'm gonna eat you.
So
But
it's a comedy.
Oh yeah.
it's a Happy Madison movie.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
like,
yeah.
Okay.
Like
Sorry,
I even have like the movie
Let's go.
advertisement film. Like all it is it's like a silhouette of the giant foot, and the title of the movie is just foot.
Well, would you like it to be like about somebody trying to find him, kind of like Patterson film type thing? Like the Patterson film starts it
So
off.
here's how I think it starts off. It starts off with you know the old footage that's really
that's
shitty,
the Patterson
really
film.
far. Yeah, okay. It starts off with that, right?
Come on, bro,
Then you
remember.
go back, but then it takes you back like
Remember.
it's you know 3 weeks before that or something, right? And this dude's father or brother, somebody goes missing, right? And this whole time that guy's looking for him, and everyone thinks he's crazy or whatever. And then fast forward 25 years later, right? This guy's still crazy, whatever, and it happens again. And then he's like, oh shit! Like he let it go. It's been 25 years, but then he gets pulled in, and you know, and then he goes looking and fucking finds some shit. you
So,
know? That's how I kind of see it.
This may be
going.
completely left field. Remember, I'm a huge cryptid person. I love all that.
Well, I mean,
type
you
of
are.
stuff.
It's Bigfoot's son, so.
Well, exactly. I got Bigfoot
Baby
tattoos right
sass.
here.
Baby squat.
Oh, from Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Oh, your baby.
Oh, your son.
See, they've done a lot, but no, like a lot of like cryptozoology movies, they just don't do.
Yeah.
Like they did the Mothman Prophecy,
Mm-hmm.
which was meh.
That wasn't really.
But beyond that, they haven't done any. They haven't touched any cryptozoology. They haven't touched the New Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, Yeti.
Yeah.
I'd be in on.
They haven't done any of those.
Chupacabra, right?
That could be
Yeah.
something.
Didn't they do a Jinn movie, The Jinn?
Yes.
It wasn't that great.
Oh, I know, I know.
There has to be a Chupacabra movie because how can you pass up like college
Well,
students
I'm
going-
sure there-
college
I'm
students
sure
go down
there's,
to
like,
Tijuana,
no,
get
probably,
too drunk
like,
and run into
I'm
the
sure
sea
there
and
is.
I'm pretty sure there's like
Oh, there's
C
gotta be,
movies
yeah.
of like.
But I mean,
I
like-
want like a high
Like I said,
budget
with the like high budget,
Chupacabra
well
movie.
developed.
No studio has ever done a cryptid type thing.
So why? Especially ones like Bigfoot. Like Bigfoot is a name that in the whole world either knows or
Yes.
has some version of it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeti,
The-
Sasquatch.
Yeah,
you
the
know.
skunk ape in
I'll watch
Florida.
it. Peter Jackson Bigfoot movie.
But it's one of those things that, like, how
Michael
often.
Bay.
No.
Handing the camera all in the woods.
It's one of those
Haze
things, like,
exploding.
how off the rails would they make it?
Fireworks smoke explosions.
It's one of those things, like, how off the rails would they make it? Because, you know, like, some people think that Bigfoot's intelligent, that he's actually an alien.
You know who would actually, if he really did a good job, because he's hit or miss, is M. Night Shyamalan. I think could pull off a good Bigfoot movie.
I just don't know, like, how they, like, what type of movie would they do? Would they make it like a straight horror? Would they make it a suspense? Will they try to make it too just comedical?
I would want a like the suspense horror kind of, not like a full blown horror
Give it a
gore
Jordan
movie,
Peele.
but like you want some like serious like be like on the edge of your seat with some shit about it.
Because it would have to be like Pacific Northwest. You know, the
Technically,
trees,
no,
thick,
but yes.
Well, if
boggy.
you get yeah.
If you're, I'd
know?
say if you're gonna do it, give it to Jordan Peele.
Well,
'Cause, like,
remember,
right now he's like really big in like the horror and like
I
the
think you do a
Twilight
good
Zone
job
stuff.
with the atmosphere. Like you
I
gotta
can see
build
it
this.
doing well.
You gotta build a world of how can this gigantic monster
Yeah.
be hidden for the
All right.
long.
Well, and you
Yeah.
gotta have a
Now-
movie you gotta capture the like you don't see a lot of shit. But I want them to eventually get to the point where you like
Yeah.
where they don't like leave it at the end where like you still don't see shit. I don't want
Yeah.
that. I want it to capture the I didn't see shit for part of the movie, but then like you see everything.
would it be better to do a cryptid show, like a show? Like an hour and a half, maybe, Bigfoot?
No,
Not
because
with
I
Bigfoot.
no.
No, I'm not saying not with Bigfoot, but then you could do other. Because, you know, like how... Because, like I said, if you did Bigfoot, or do you want to make it like a...
No, because then I would think it would have to be more. It would have to have more about the characters in the show than about the creature. Kind of like they do with Supernatural, right?
Yeah.
'Cause Supernatural gets involved with some cryptic stuff, you know, that happens in the world, and it's an element of the show, but it's more about the brothers, and it has to be because if it was just about that, they wouldn't have the show. I think if they did that with Bigfoot or cryptozoology, other things,
But it's one of those weird things that
Wouldn't work.
It's hard to do with a horror movie though because there's most likely gonna get killed off anyways.
well, and that's one of the
That's what I'm
weird
saying. I
things.
don't think it should be a horror movie.
But I mean, like even with those type of things, it would be developing about the lore, because you really couldn't do like a lot of Bigfoot because if he's just a creature that does. And hey, I think it's the person that then goes, I think I saw something.
Yeah.
This is missing. Look at this foot.
Yeah.
Look at this dung. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like, it's one of those weird things that you, unless you made it comedical, like Harry and the Henderson type
Yeah.
thing.
Let me ask you this question: would Jaws be as scary if we didn't know great white sharks existed? Like, if great white sharks was like, ooh, maybe they're out there. Some people saw them, but I never really saw them. Would Jaws be as terrifying?
Well, that's a very interesting concept because we know they exist, but we're
Right.
also, because we know they exist, we know they're fucking terrifying.
And that's what brings out the Jaws. Like, you see a shark fin, like
We're scared
it
of them
could
because we know
possibly
that
happen.
we know how vicious they are.
Well, it was also once again based on the true story of some sharks swimming up the Mississippi and attacking kids and killing them.
Well, I'll argue that Jaws is the scariest movie ever made because the psychological effect it had on people going in the water.
I'm happy.
30 years later,
Well,
that's
yeah.
the scariest movie
Like,
ever
if
made.
you go to the beach and you go dun dun, dun, people are like, hey man, stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Knock that off.
Yeah.
Quit.
Well, two things. One, I always say fuck that when people show like we're sitting in a lake watching Jaws. Like, no, fuck you. Number
Hey,
two,
don't tip
I'm
me.
happy that they had to do it the way they did because initially they were gonna have shown a lot more Jaws, but the animatronics kept failing in the water,
Yeah, and they
so they had to
trouble.
cut back and only show him in certain scenes,
Yeah.
which is good. But once again, it's a movie about a shark, but it's actually about the characters hunting the
And
shark.
the atmosphere.
Exactly.
It's about.
But it's also about a movie about a almost megalodon sized great white.
No, not that big.
No, but it's still way bigger than any great white there actually is.
No.
It was.
There's some that are giant.
Oh, you gotta go watch the movie. It ate half the fucking back of the boat.
Because
off.
there's
Like,
Have you seen Air Jaws? There's some big fucking great whites. Seal Island off the coast of Australia.
yeah.
Ridiculous.
Speaking of which, I had like shark sightings all in New York and all up the East Coast. They shut down the beaches and a lot of stuff. So, just the.
Just that one.
Why is this dude swimming next to us? Why are you doing that?
Fucking big was that bitch.
I've seen that one.
I mean,
yeah.
that's big enough.
But
I'm just
also-
saying, that's big enough.
Well, I've
I
seen
don't
that-
need it to be bigger.
I've seen that picture.
Look at that great white right
but it's
there.
also a matter of perspective.
Yeah, I just
Like they're
I
big.
don't think.
Wow, look at this picture. Let's see.
Like, I don't think that it has to be gigantic for it to be terrifying. Like, that's
No.
enough.
25 feet length, 3 tons.
And how much does the great white actually get?
Oh.
Yeah, because like you're not really afraid of the Meg when you go in the water. Like, you're not gonna run into that, but you could potentially run into that.
Well, that's one of the craziest things is that you never actually know like how. That's what oceans kind of fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
Any sort of water, because you don't know how fucking big they are. It doesn't say the length; it just says the size.
I mean, wait, scroll back down.
So
See, I mean, you can
I don't
get
know if
it.
this is
I mean,
accurate,
shit.
but there's one here saying that Jaws was depicted about 25 to 30 feet.
That's what it said there, 25
Yeah,
feet.
3 tons. Okay.
Which
15 to 18 meters. Oh, Megalodon. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
yeah.
Biggest 20 foot, 20 feet. Deep blue. Yeah, 20 feet. So similar, like not as big, but
No, like yeah.
So yeah, Jaws shark was definitely depicted bigger.
yes.
Slightly.
Yeah,
Slightly, but yeah, it wasn't like just super. It wasn't like a giant.
It's
frog.
also one of those weird things, though, that when that movie came out, that could have been people didn't, you couldn't really.
Yeah, you couldn't Google how big is a shark.
Exactly.
You
You
don't
also
know.
couldn't study
Yeah.
sharks. You had to
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna.
They
go
didn't have
pull-
Shark Week like.
I'm gonna tell you
what I mean? Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my computer and just find out, like track this shark.
Because
So-
even if they didn't over exaggerate the proportions of them, and you just like for the first time got to really see how big a large great white was, would still be mind blowing.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Terrifying.
But that's one of the issues that it could be if they did any sort of cryptid, is that it could just be turning too much into this monster is trying to kill everybody.
Well, I think it would. That's why I said the atmosphere. If you build it where
Yeah, no, I'm with
it's
you.
Bigfoot, it's, you know, how's it hiding? How's it not being seen? Is it smart? Is it intelligent?
I don't-
Is it hostile? Is it protecting something? Like, what's the
I don't
story?
want a 100% gory monster Bigfoot movie. I want that to be a portion of the movie or part of the elements, but I really want it to be more of a really developed about Bigfoot movie.
Now I feel like
Not
what
just some monster named Bigfoot's killing everybody.
yes,
Yeah.
but I feel like
I
what
don't want
what
to feel conflicted on the movie.
I feel like what
feel
could
for the monster.
I feel like what could
Come to
happen
love
is
monster.
either one, they'll go too much with it and try to make an ending.
Yeah.
Try to make a definitive ending. Bigfoot got captured. Bigfoot got killed. You know what I mean? Like something like that to try to solve it. Hence to Zodiac, how they had to solve the murder, even though, or Black Dahlia when that came out, how they couldn't just have left it as a mystery. They had to do their own interpretation of it, and that's when it could get kind of saucy. Like yes, if they just did it as they lost them or whatever, and they, you know what I mean?
So you want a franchise?
No, I don't care if it's just a
No,
one
so
movie.
like the one way I could see that movie ending and being successful is as the viewer, like say there's a person finds Bigfoot, they go to him or whatever. You find out everything about Bigfoot, but that person dies. So in the movie world, they don't find out about it, but you as the viewer get to know. See, to me that would be successful because I'm not let down as in, ooh, you figure it out. But you also are like, oh shit, like nobody knows. You know what I mean? Like that
See,
to me would work.
To me, it's bad.
Okay.
I would end it like this.
Well, to me, because I watch so much. I've read things about all the cryptozoology and all this, so some of it would just be if they did any sort of it's for sure real kind of thing in a movie. It's kind of like, oh, okay, like it could just be that then, but no director's gonna do that type of stuff. They'll try to make it this is the end of it, or
That's how
make
you
it into
do
a franchise.
You have him like, you know, Bigfoot got hurt. He's got shot a couple times. Got caught in the bear trap, and he's crawling back to his cave. And he's all
getting
fucked
old.
up. And then he crawls back to his cave, and then there's a whole bunch of other big feet. Because it's Bigfoot and the bigger than him. Like that was a kid. They were hunting a little
That's
kid.
the place
Bigfoot,
crazy.
little
Yeah, yeah. And he goes back like, hey,
Vixen comes out and
and you see like 10
Mommy.
more of them. Like, daddy. And then the real Bigfoot comes out like, oh,
Well, that would be an
shit.
interesting part of it too. It's like, okay, is it? Well, it could go either way. Is Bigfoot a normal mammalian creature, breeds whatever, has a family,
Yeah.
or is Bigfoot exists, but is he a little more
A
mythically?
singular,
You know,
older.
well, that's why like
something.
said, like some people said, like
Is
um,
it 10
Is he
of
like,
them?
is he
Is
kind
it
of like the
100 of
Wendigo,
them?
where it's like it's kind of more supernaturally than it is?
well, like some people said
I can
that,
take either one.
that he's an alien that's been stranded.
Big furry alien.
Well,
He's
no,
a Wookiee. He's a Wookiee that just.
Well, remember when they filmed Star Wars? They filmed episode 3. They had to actually have people follow Chewbacca around in yellow and orange vests to make sure people didn't hunt him
Oh,
because they were in the Great Redwood Forest.
right. Yeah.
Doing that, and they had to make sure people didn't shoot his ass thinking it was a Bigfoot.
So big. Yeah.
But that's what people think a lot about them. Same thing with Chupacabra. They think he's from what the fuck's the name of that island by New York?
Jersey?
No,
Staten Island.
No. There's a research
Oh
facility.
yeah. The 3 Mile Island or whatever. No. The one where they buried all the bodies during COVID
And
too.
then they also.
Yes. Yeah. What the fuck is the name of that?
Hold on.
There's a small island there that they used for just research, and like when they ran out of rooms for bodies, they dug mass graves. Yeah.
Jeez, that's dark. Make a movie about that.
Right. It might. This could be our chance.
Montauk.
Yeah.
The Montauk.
I-
Have you ever heard of the Montauk Monster?
No.
All right, you've seen the image.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I ain't never seen that.
Then-
What the fuck is
Let
that?
me see that one.
Montauk Monster.
Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's
So-
like a baby seal
They
and a
thought it was
tiger?
like, I've seen people say it was like a sloth but yeah,
Good dog.
a dog or.
So that's a real picture.
100%.
Someone says it's a real
Oh
picture.
no,
of
no,
something.
that's
It's
a
a
real.
real
That's
thing.
a real thing that
It's
washed
a
up
real
on
thing.
shore.
But it's like
in
a lot
2008.
a lot of weird things that wash up on land. So like for instance, something that had hair all of a sudden doesn't have hair anymore. It looks really strange. Have you seen the bear that had like the skin?
Yeah.
disease?
It looks
When you
weird.
first look at it, you're like, that's not a fucking
There-
bear. That's
there's
some
a-
kind of weird
There's
monster.
a chimp like that too.
Yeah.
That they call the chimpanzee.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
that was in the
It
50s.
looks really
They
weird.
thought, seriously, they actually thought this thing was a human chimpanzee
The
hybrid.
hybrid,
They had to
yeah.
test it to make sure that it wasn't. They actually thought it was.
Mhm.
So they say it's a raccoon.
Oh, what?
That's so right here. So raccoon. sea turtle, rodent, dog.
Yeah, 'cause
somebody
those things are
actually
all
Well, not
said
sea turtle.
It's
but-
either a turtle or a raccoon.
that is a raccoon.
But like when something like loses all its hair and then partially decays, like yeah, it looks really strange.
That's so funny.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the Mantek monster.
after you understand that shit looks so weird without fur,
But the
like,
craziest thing is just this:
the face,
the beak.
yeah, the
Like teeth, like sharp teeth.
Yes, but this washed up on shore in 2008.
They could just DNA test it and be like, oh, okay, we got it.
they could.
They
They
what?
could.
That's the best one.
Yeah, this is super huge imposed
Oh,
one.
jeez.
Yeah.
But nobody knows what it was. But that washed up from the island of Montauk. So they have
Just a mutated sea otter or something.
Yeah,
That happens.
various parts of it. So, well, anyway, guys, if you would want, if somebody made a legit Bigfoot movie, would you watch it?
Yeah.
Comment your comments in the comments.
Like I said, I would watch it, but for me, because I've done all the freaking stuff, it would just make me mad. No matter what.
It can be done. It can
I
be
know.
done. It can be done.
But
But now you're coming off as like one of those people like that is so into a book series that when they make a movie because it's it's not the book series, you're like, the movie was shit. And then everybody, you
No.
know,
Because the books actually give you a story.
well, that's what I said.
You know what I mean?
but you say, you know,
If they make it a straight up monster movie, it's gonna suck.
Yes.
It's going to
yeah,
suck.
I don't want a straight up.
But that's what they're
Bigfoot
gonna
monster
do.
movie. I don't want it.
I know.
But
But,
guys, we gotta make it. We gotta make it. Let's
you know,
get a
they're gonna
script
steal
together.
like idle hands.
Yeah,
But
I got it.
Yeah, if I see
Next time I
Stevie
get up
Johnson's
there, I gotta
Bigfoot
talk to you.
trailer in
You know what's
this year, I'm
funny?
gonna be pissed.
Is my buddy who has all the original footage and all the stuff for making the film. He's so like he guards it, like he doesn't want anybody to know about it, like he thinks it's still gonna take off.
So what if the ending of the Bigfoot movie? What if they ended up killing him at the end?
Oh, right here,
You know,
there you go.
he's vicious the whole time. Kill him at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, you as a viewer realize that he was only protecting his children. He has like two babies or whatever.
Yeah, he
So
goes back
obviously-
to the cave and his
Yes,
his
but
wife.
I want him to play into the fact that he has been a thing for like 60 years.
alright.
You know what I mean?
I
Like, how do you
forgot-
bring that
I
part in?
forgot
You
about
know what
this
I mean?
movie.
The man who hunted and killed.
Have you seen the
yeah.
trailer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
there is.
forgot
Sam
about
Elliott?
that.
Yep.
Yes, have you seen this?
Yes. I've heard good things about the movie. My brother watched the movie, told me to watch it.
Well, Sam Elliott's in it.
It came out last year. Look at all
No,
this.
it's supposed to be really good.
You see all them olive branches?
Yeah.
My grandfather used to tell me stories all about this one soldier. As he got older, the stories got stranger. Some I believed, others I don't know. But it wasn't describing a man. Walt Keith. It was more like something mythic, legendary. You didn't pull any swords from any stones, did you?
Have you seen this trailer?
Might have meant something. Something bigger, maybe.
Last year.
How have you been? You look a little tired. What's bothering you?
Things I could have done differently. Regrets. Now shot someone during the war. I never wanted that. Even if he hadn't killed me. And he did.
Wait, he killed Hitler?
Yeah, he's the man that killed Hitler.
Damn.
You've heard about the killings up north?
What's the FBI had to do with it?
Imagine all our worst fears about influenza, inhumans, bovine swine, all of it coming true, likely worse.
It's the Bigfoot did it. They were meant to kill it. It's the carrier of the snake type.
Well, that's no good.
If we cannot contain the beast, we cannot distribute the escapes. It could mean the very end of our world as we know it.
You're the last resort.
Maybe. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
Nah,
It doesn't look like it's still not the Bigfoot movie I want. But
No, but I forgot about that
I
movie.
did too.
There's another Bigfoot one. There's one that's coming out this year called Bigfoot. Monster horror movie. Monster
See,
horror.
that's
Play another Bigfoot one. Let's see.
You know, B movie. You know.
Yeah, the San Diego one looks like super high quality.
I'm gonna give it to you straight up, Big. Some kind of demented creature.
Oh, teens in the woods.
Yep.
So they're making out already.
Never have sex in the woods.
Thirsty for blood.
This is my Bigfoot.
This is Dr. Ellen Fries. She's our primate specialist. That's Peter Moore, renowned cryptozoologist. Over by the helicopter is Mr. Singer. He's on loan as security.
That's Kmart Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Of course, there's footprints. Often there is a strong skunk-like odor.
I got you, Mike. I knew you were thinking it.
You are gonna need a bigger banner.
Down, 15 years away.
It's right over there. There's something moving. I don't know what it is.
So they ripped off Predator, Alien.
I know, yeah, right?
So we wait, hold on. Okay, good. I was like, there's still like. So are we watching that also?
I'm just gonna watch that instead of the other one.
Oh,
I don't need to see.
I don't like all that
this
thinking.
one?
I don't like all that thinking.
Kurt Russell.
It's a crypto movie.
Stole your idea, bro.
Dude, we're going down the
I
rabbit hole.
know.
This is my jam. Just saying. I used to love Monster Quest on Instagram. Channel.
If I can.
Where did you find this kid?
Top class at Warden. First round draft pick on Wall Street.
It's uncertain how high these conspiracies go.
Yeah.
Made it impossible for a company with revenue exceeding $7 billion to do business with us.
They're reassigning names. Album York.
Nice one.
I'm
Nope. Sorry, Z.
I just got fucking blue balled. We're looking at monsters and it says crypto. I was like, ooh.
We're
There you go.
gonna make the movie.
But you see, that's what they're gonna try to do with it. Any sort of crypto, because unless they did something like, is it actually the Gigantopithecus? Is it a missing link? Is it actually like smart? You know what I mean? There's all these different nuances that it could go on with
I
all
know.
of them.
There's tons of them. But I just want a well done non-horror one.
I know.
Still want it to be somewhat scary and have those elements, but I don't want it to be just a full-blown
But it's more so
gory horror movie.
it's more so the unknown scare instead of the.
Yeah, but I don't want them to be so. Like I said, I don't want them to show so little that they just, it's kind of like Blair Witch, right? Same thing. Like they don't really show you anything, but it still scares you. Like, man, I don't want that.
But
I want to see it.
Would you want him to? Because if they show too much, it would either be him running away, fleeing, them trying to kill him, or capture him. They or the Bigfoot killing things. And you're like,
I want a crescendo. I want it to start off with that sketchy, you don't see shit, like camera is fucking, you shot this with a potato, thing. And then as you go, like a little bit more, and eventually I want you to just see it all.
Is it one of those ones though that if they filmed it, it would have to be filmed as a older movie? Like
I was just
because
thinking that. I was just thinking
of
that.
how advanced everything is right now.
Because of these. You have to do it
because
like
of
in the
these,
70s.
because of high-end cameras,
Well, here's
because
the
of
thing.
GPSs, because of satellites, because of this. You
I was
can
thinking
eliminate
that.
a lot more of the.
You can get both though, because you're gonna start in the. I don't. What year did that one footage come out? The one
69?
It's a long time
It
ago.
was like 69.
So I think you can get both in the movie. You can get where you've spent the last 40 years, no one can find them, and then how you find them is because of today. Because of today's technology.
That's not it. But in
It
Bigfoot.
was a long time ago.
You're saying the old man has like string drawn in his room to
Well, any
follow the story.
Any
There's a
crypto movie's
footprint
got to have a
there.
wall of string. of pictures,
67.
I mean.
67.
Yeah, so you start there. You get a little bit of that, and how we just couldn't find them.
Dude,
You know
that
what I mean?
picture is still
And then
kind of
somebody puts it together.
iconic, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yes.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, this one.
Oh, that's totally real.
Yeah.
I can't even really see his flesh.
That's
in his
the
eyes.
that's the famous
But that one, you know, especially for 67, like that one.
Well, that footage has been analyzed so many times, and what a lot of people say, like, oh, it could be a man in a suit, but they look at the way it moves.
Yep.
So the gait that it walks with.
And then one guy's like, "It was me in the suit," but you know what I mean.
But
anyway, they think it's a female.
People
because
confess
of
to
the
murders
titties.
they didn't even do. People confess to anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
But regardless of the legitimacy of this footage, I think it would be a great way to start the movie, you know, and then say for 40, 50 years nobody could find him or find anything about him, you know, because
right there,
of technology.
Look, right here.
Harry and the Hendersons had a big cartoon smile.
I love this movie.
So good.
No, it's a good movie. But anyway, I didn't mean to completely derail the discussion, but clearly it's provoked some thoughts.
I think there's definitely cheese on the table for something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I would have a charcuterie board of crypto if it was presented.
Like I said, yeah, there's just so much out there. The weirdest ones are always when they start going. If they did any sort of cryptid movie, it's always about underwater.
What?
It's always about underwater, a giant squid.
Yeah.
I see.
You know what? That's another one. When have you had like a legit giant squid movie done well? Not like the Kraken from this or that, you know, or Clash of the Titans.
Freaking one.
You know,
there's a made-for-TV one called The Beast. It's actually pretty good.
I think it's a squid.
Weird squid.
No, it's a
Squidward. Weird Squidward.
There it is. Oil rig. All right.
Oh yeah, that's the that one.
This fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's an alien.
Could you imagine being underwater and seeing that?
I'll die.
Yeah.
But sure.
So because after I saw this, I forget the name of that particular type of squid, but they do have a name for it. It's when you actually
a magna pina.
Yeah, but there's another name for it. They gave it a more conventional name.
Yeah, that fucking thing.
An alien.
It's actually not as so it's not as big. It's very long, but not as big as like you would think. Yeah, like the lighting and the way it's shot makes it look really fucking
How
creepy.
big was that giant squid though that they finally found? It was like 50 feet long.
So real giant squids?
Yeah, like one washed up.
Yeah.
Like it was like 50 feet or something.
Yeah, but that's including it has two main hunting tentacles that are like really long that it shoots out to grab things.
Yeah.
But in general, like they're only like this big around, and like eyes are like this. They're not like. The eye is the size of a dinner plate and could take down a ship like giant squid.
But, okay, it's
59 feet.
Okay, yeah, 59 feet. So it's the 1780s. I'm on a ship. And I see that.
You're also in a small ship.
Right. It's the Kraken.
You're right. It gets
I saw
totally
a monster.
It totally get embellished.
Yeah.
But, like, in general, like, they're big, but, like, not that
as big as a castle.
Yeah, they're not nearly as big as like people like the stories
like
even
this
just the
stuff.
Yeah, how portray them to be.
Okay, how big does it have to be before you're like, oh shit, like 50 feet? That's enough.
That's length though.
Yeah, okay, that's enough.
Like it's long, yeah, but is it like really that big? Like look at the one right to the left of where his mouse is. That's a giant squid that they caught.
That's enough. That's enough.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not scary.
I could eat a human. He can eat you.
It could drown you.
And then
it wouldn't swallow you.
Eat
but
you.
it wouldn't swallow you in one bite. Like they
a few bites to eat around you, and then it cuts you up in small pieces.
It
saves some electricity.
Trying to justify why it's not scary.
No, it's just not like what people what I thought a giant squid would look like when they talk about like a giant squid.
There's the one. Where the fuck?
I'm picturing like
I'm saying that's enough. That creeps me out enough.
As a kid and a teenager, I'm picturing like a massive blue whale-sized squid monster.
Just the Kraken coming out of the water, destroying the city. Like
kind of. Not quite.
I'm trying to find the one.
Take down a ship,
There was either a whale or a shark that had suction cups.
Big suction cup
actually,
stars on it. Yeah.
That kind of makes you go fuck. Because like I said, those things they can't. So the big thing is, those are the ones we've seen.
Yeah.
Because that's why, like, underwater shit always just makes me go, nah. We good.
You start into that deep sea stuff where there's no light.
Well, you start looking at the things they thought was extinct. Sure, the coelacanth's not that crazy of a fish, but then you look at the frill shark.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It has coral teeth.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine just like?
You've seen the goblin shark, right?
Yes. The frilled shark.
Everything's like glow in the dark down there.
That they were just, you're sitting there on a ship and this rolls up.
It's a mermaid.
Yeah.
That rolls up to you. Look at its fucking teeth.
Yeah.
If I was drunk, I'd be like, oh shit, it was a mermaid.
But also not
merman.
Tremendously huge.
Yeah, just
it's
that.
It's not all that. It's creepy, but it's not like massive.
Well, the biggest thing is just how long it's been dead.
Pull up the goblin shark.
So, like, they thought it was extinct.
Yeah, extinct for
forever, and then just showed up one day in Japan.
Yeah. Do the short video of the goblin shark's teeth coming out.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this thing is fucking.
4,000.
I mean, it's creepy when you see it. You're like, oh, but then when it goes to like eat, it's even more fucking creepy. 'Cause its whole mouth just like
separates,
comes out, and like. Yeah, like its whole mouth just goes. Nah.
Oh, it's an alien, like a xenomorph.
Well, you saw that fish, right?
Xenomorph.
Oh my god! All right, we're going down. This is no longer. A movie.
Yeah, no longer movie. Fucking weird.
We're going crypto fight.
Which fish?
Discovery Channel.
The one. The top.
It is Shark Week.
That one eel or whatever.
Yes.
That can eat like prey way bigger than its body. Yeah.
Like a human.
No, they're not very big. It's not a very big creature, but. Big mouthed eel or something. No, those are like moray eels. Big mouth black eel.
Yeah, don't type that into Google. Your search results will not
that
do what you want.
That looks like a little goblin shark. No, it's not that one.
No.
What the heck is the name of that thing?
I have a picture of the predator up there.
No, that's actually a fish.
I know what right next to the predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can keep talking.
I don't know what to say.
I know we've taken a weird turn.
It's called a gulper eel.
I can't really go back to movies
gulper eel.
after this.
I don't know.
Spell it.
Pelican, gulper eel or pelican eel. But gulper eel is the one I think that's the one that you'll find is
So
G-U-L
Okay.
G-U-L-P. Yeah, right there, gulper eel.
Gulper eel.
Damn.
Oh.
No, that's not the one I was.
No. That's the one. So the one right to the right of that, is the one you're thinking of. But like when the video shows it when it opens its mouth, it kind of unhinges like a snake and gets really big.
Yeah, I see.
And then can swallow prey like way bigger than it. You just go to video. Go to that. Xenomorph?
No, xenomorph. Fish. There's a freaking fish.
Looks like a xenomorph?
Yes.
Oh, because its mouth comes out of its face.
Well, it's black. It's all freaking weird looking.
Fish that looks like a xenomorph.
Oh, is that real? What he's holding? No.
Like no.
Nah, that ain't real. That's the little thing that bursts out of the guy's chest.
Yeah, I ain't real.
Actually, if that is real, that does look like it.
Just whenever I see some scientist-looking dude holding something, like, is that real?
You never know, man.
It's legitimate. I have glasses.
Yeah, the deep is terrifying.
Like I said, that thing looks like it kind of just not.
The
they're not showing
the eye makes it look too cartoony and
they're
happy,
not showing
though. The top one just looks like it's like, hey!
What is that?
You're undercover volcano.
I mean, scary, but tiny.
Well, that could be a baby.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, no, like I said, this shit's fucking weird. But those types of things, underwater stuff always is so much weirder. But then for movie wise, it's always, oh, it's coming to attack the base.
Well, yeah, the problem is, why are your ass underwater? Like, why
Research.
are you underwater?
Because we are stupid.
That's what, like,
Because James Cameron says there's.
that's always the problem.
down there.
Like, why y'all in the water? Just get out of the water. Like that defeats the purpose. It's like there's Jaws and then there's the shore.
We need resources.
You go to the shore and
oil
you what?
and minerals, and they're under the ocean.
Nah, you ever
Movie
played
over.
Maneater, bro?
Right, it's like you know the end of the movies you walking on a pier.
Have you ever, no, you don't play Maneater, bro. When I was playing,
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah, if he's doing that,
I just
yes,
come on
that's
the plan.
that's a
Through
movie.
the houses, I'll find you, bitch.
Yeah, that's a movie. If the shark can wiggle, you know, and get like an air bubble and wiggle on the beach and get people, then yeah, that's
why.
the movie.
That's why a lot of movies like there's so many more alligator or crocodile movies because they
will come out of the water and just
to your
snatch
house.
your ass up.
Dude, that crawl movie.
There's a new one coming out like
Freaking
next
super
week.
good.
Yeah.
Remember Lake Placid? Ladies just feeding the kid.
Yeah.
It's like it's like her pet.
Nibble mommy's toes.
Yeah. It's a massive gator.
There's one that's coming out like.
Was it on Netflix?
I just.
Crocky Bog.
Or we can go for another giant snake movie. What Amazon was like 20 years ago? I mean Anaconda. Anaconda.
Amazon. I was like Amazon. I mean, it was in the Amazon.
Anaconda. Which was good.
Yes.
I'd be doing for like an Anaconda reboot.
He spit out John Voight.
Well, they had
He's like blinking that one eye. It's all like gross.
Yeah, Hunt for the Blood Orchid was so terrible.
The Anacondas.
Yeah.
Gator bait.
Oh, did you guys watch the new The Boys trailer?
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Good.
Going in
I
dry.
haven't watched it.
All I've watched was the coming soon to theaters. Fuck yeah. Was the teaser. A lot of times I only watch the teaser, and beyond that, I'm just like, no. Year one. We just completely skipped over though what movies we think somebody should rewatch.
Yep.
Sorry.
Just shelve that.
We'll shelve that for next time. We'll move off the walls.
I started talking about Bigfoot.
I'm sorry, you can't do that, man.
I know it's a hot button for you.
It's like conspiracy theories with Mike.
Don't do it.
Wait, is that our next podcast? We're gonna talk cryptos and conspiracies.
We can.
There it is, even the name. Jesus
Crypto
Christ.
conspiracies. Eric, we go deep.
Yeah, the
What
Brontosaurus.
conspiracies?
New podcast coming soon.
What conspiracies?
See,
Josh wants to do one.
You like political conspiracies. I like.
Not really politics. Just
Yeah.
9/11 is the one.
Yeah, I go more towards the whole.
Blackwater Abyss.
We in a
is that the
simulation.
one?
This
There it
shit
is.
real.
Blackwater Abyss.
I go way over there.
Yeah,
Like,
there we
way
go.
over there.
I saw this. From the directors of The Reef and the producer of 47 Meters Down.
They like water.
It's actually a solid shark movie. If you guys haven't seen it. 47 Meters Down.
Never seen it.
And the sequel, completely unrelated, but it's also
I
very.
think Deep Blue Sea is underrated, but the second one is terrible.
All right,
There's the third one. It just came out.
I love how they
Awful.
paid Sam Jackson
Awful
all
movie.
that
Yeah.
money in Deep Blue Sea
Right.
just for his ass.
Dude, his ass got
That
fucking.
scared the fuck out of me when.
Oh yeah, like when first watching that movie,
See,
like,
Yeah.
the shark came after you.
Like terrifying for sure.
like I just love how he's giving this speech to rally the troops, and then just shark
Done.
Real quick. Would that be more terrifying if they made a giant squid movie? Because how smart those fuckers are.
Squids are smart
Yeah,
as fuck.
squid and
Squids are
the octopus is
smart.
like opening doors and like fucking like unscrewing
right,
and you're
right.
like, fuck you guys.
I think the octopus is smarter than the squid, but
Yeah.
it's still really smart.
Yeah.
That would, yeah.
Yeah.
like instead of being like I'm just gonna, it's like no, I'm gonna fucking open this door and turn invisible and fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, terrifying.
Yeah,
now.
and that 20-foot tentacle ain't so short anymore, is it?
It enters your orifices.
Like, no, it's not. It's not that big. It's not that big. Yeah, you want that?
Oh god.
You want some of that?
Hentai porn, bro.
Yeah, hentai. Yeah, right.
Japan's been doing it for years.
Yeah, look at that.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing creepy about that
Super
at all.
smart.
It's like I'm coming to
Yeah.
get you.
Where they can use their camouflage.
Oh,
and
there's
see,
that
like,
picture
blend
of
in.
the diver trying to get up on the thing with the squid, like holding him, like, where you going, bro?
It's like in scary movies, like it's right. It's time.
I'll talk to you.
Oh.
These ones too.
The cuttlefish, yeah.
No, the octopuses and stuff. They can freaking.
Top one's a cuttlefish.
Yeah.
but-
Yes. Cuttlefish or vanilla fish.
Cuttlefish. Okay, the cuttlefish. Oh, it's a coming.
You just quote South Park all day.
Yeah. No, and they can change the texture of the skin, not just the pigment. Like, it's pretty wild. He's like, I'm gonna blend into. I'm gonna be part of this rock.
And now I'm a rock.
Yeah. Like texture and color.
Yeah,
like it's incredible.
Come pet me. I'm a rock.
Super creepy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like how the skin just like makes the. Like, is it gonna do it?
Then develop lungs and it comes out of the water.
Yeah. Just be part of this.
Yeah.
There it is. This one.
You're just walking past the building.
Yeah, The Beast. I think it was a made-for-TV, like 1996 movie. It's actually pretty good.
The Beast?
Yep. It's got that one dude who was in CSI.
Oh yeah.
Just all that stuff. Look at the fucking little eyeballs up there.
I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah. They're smart, man.
Dude, they're fucking creepy.
Yeah, those cells in their skin, they're called chromatophores.
They can grow their limbs back.
So, we'll kind of start trying to wrap it up a little bit. What movies we have to watch by next week? I'm saying, I forgot. This comes out Friday. Tax Collector.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Wait, when is the Power one?
Oh, Jamie
Project
Foxx.
Project Power. When is it?
That's the 14th,
15,
Yep.
something like
Okay.
that. So that's 2
Okay,
weeks
so
away.
we got a little bit more time. Okay.
Tax Collector looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Reviews aren't that good.
But it's...
I know. I'm not, but I'm just saying the reviews that are
Yeah.
coming out are saying it's basic. Like, it's like middle of the road.
He's proven he can do a solid movie. You got Training Day, End of Watch.
Yeah.
It's that same type of atmosphere.
Metacritic score right now.
I'm excited.
I'm with you. I like that. That whole he
It's
captures
gritty.
he captures the vibe of LA.
Yep.
Excellent.
No, I'm interested, but I saw the reviews. But I know reviews are always.
Yeah.
People are upset because they think that Shia LaBeouf is supposed to be Hispanic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
he went brown. He did
brown
brown
facing.
face. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
brown facing it. Yeah.
So we have that to watch and break down next week. I would like to. I even talked about maybe with Jimmy, maybe doing a separate one for Umbrella Academy, like an actual whoever wants in can do it, but an actual maybe breakdown of Umbrella Academy season 2 because that's a TV show. That's a longer thing to break down, and we can make it a small like 20-30 minute whatever of just us breaking down.
I think by next week I could have season 1 and season 2 watched.
Yeah, I got some time off. I can watch season 2.
But we have that to break down. The lot of rumors that's going to come out on theater or video on demand, New Mutants, because nobody fucking cares about it.
That's funny. The Project Power
So-
is not even on this list anyway.
No, this is IMDb. Maybe because this is releases from the United States, not Netflix.
Peninsula. I'm excited. Oh, that comes out. Have you guys seen
Nope.
Train to Busan?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the sequel.
This
duh.
is the sequel.
Yeah, that comes out
I have
Friday.
not seen
Wait.
it.
Okay. You haven't seen Train to
If
Busan?
you-
Oh my god,
It's
such
one
a
of the
good
best zombie
zombie
movies
movie.
ever made.
Really?
Yep.
Such
it's,
a good
it's
zombie
Korean,
movie.
so it's subtitles, but such
Oh,
a
yeah,
That's
great
probably why I
movie.
haven't seen it.
Literally the
Watch
whole
it,
thing
man.
like takes place on a train.
It's on
Yeah.
Movies Anywhere and on Vudu.
Alright.
It's so good.
Valley of the Gods.
Pull up a trailer for before we leave. Pull up a trailer for Peninsula. So we
What
can-
are they? Reclusive.
Yeah, I do want to see
trillionaire.
that.
Alright.
Trailer.
Right there, bro.
Oh,
That's good on it.
IMDb, bro.
What?
I know. Sometimes I'm the trailer.
Hi everyone, I'm Elle Fanning.
It's me, Kevin Smith.
Hey everyone, I am Judy Greer. I would watch it over and over and over again.
And as they rode off into the sunset, I just remember thinking,
I know.
I hate ants.
미쳤어.
My paper.
거길 또 들어간다고?
You get the truck, come back with the money. That's $2.5 million per head. If you come back alive.
Oh. And the worst thing is, it's like those are those like the zombies.
살고 싶은 타요.
Yeah.
아저씨는 들깨상을 처음인가 보네.
야, 61번 빨리 안 나가! 야, 61번!
내가 지금 움직이자.
Yeah.
바로 나서야 되나? 죽여! 잡아!
So this is actually what we're going to talk about.
I watched the first one.
That's a lot more CGI heavy than the first one.
Yeah.
I promise you, watch the first one. Most of the movie takes place inside a moving train.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we have that too. Like I said, so we actually have some movies to talk about.
New
movies.
Right.
We have that this week, and then next week we have Project Power.
Oh shit, that is next week.
That's next. That's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
That's in 10 days.
And I'll be off that following week, so I'll have plenty of time to watch everything.
So we actually have some stuff to actually break down.
Yay!
New stuff.
If you guys want us to do a separate spoiler full one, we can.
Spoilers, bro.
No, but I mean, if people actually want us, like, hey, stop doing it in the initial one.
Man, fuck those people.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days to watch these movies. There's gonna be spoilers next week.
Yeah, and I think it'll be tough to do one without spoilers, because discussing it without spoilers is difficult.
It's never
I know.
You know,
never
so.
But that's why I'm saying is that we could do, if people want us to do a separate 20-minute video for us spoiling Tenet when it comes out, hypothetically, instead of just.
As soon as the video starts, this bitch died.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
Some people.
He was Hispanic.
Like I said, some people may care for that, and if we get a clamoring, which right now with our 1, 2, 3, 4 subscribers, my
uproar.
Yes, then we could always change. Let us know. I'm not just saying we're not gonna not do it, like fuck you, but for now, that's how we're gonna do it. Like how we did.
It's gonna be like fuck you.
Well then, we're never gonna do it. So fuck off. Watch it. I was just trying to give an opinion. An opinion, James, is what.
That's nice. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Not everybody can spell one.
Cats got no buttholes.
Yeah, that's what we really want. All right, everybody. But yeah, like let us know what you want us to talk about. We're gonna be breaking down Tax Collector and Peninsula next week.
Yep.
And maybe even the Umbrella Academy.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yep.
Actually have some structure to actually break down instead of us just trying to pull topics because no fucking
Bigfoot and
movies.
giant squids.
Dude, if we can do this, bro, I go for hours.
Clearly, it's a hot subject. So.
That was good.
I like it.
So, all right.